welcome to Elisabeth Hogarth Designs. It's a red letter day for me because I have received my very first brand ambassadors box from Graphic 45. It is a privilege and an absolute delight for me to be representing the brand this year, and I'm really looking forward to sharing my projects with you and discovering new ideas too from the rest of the brand ambassadors. So without further ado, I'm going to take you through the collections that I chose for my first brand ambassadors box. These are the projects that I'm going to be working on in the next few months, so don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that you can follow along with me on this exciting part of my crafting journey. The first collection that I picked was the stunning Wild and Free. I have taken it out of the pack because the glare of the camera was driving me mad, and I'm sure it would have you too. But I'm not going to go into too much detail of each one of the papers at the moment because I want to do that when we look at the projects in their entirety. So here's a quick flick through. The illustrations are absolutely stunning, and the animal prints on the back of the paper are going to be so usable. I love this particular page, but the colours are this very subtle green and pink with the pops of blue and the pale grey. This is another exciting page too. And along with that, because it's the collection pack, I've got a couple of sheets of stickers, and I also chose the ephemera pack, which I will add to my box of goodies. The next collection that I knew I wanted to craft with was Cottage Life. So here I've got the patterns and the solids because I thought I could also incorporate those with another collection that I'm going to show you in a moment. I've got the stickers, and then I've got the 12 by 12 papers that are a little bit of Mabel Lucy Atwell, a little bit of the Edwardian Lady. I adore the handwritten quotes in here. And when you take these tea roses and the look at that. It just reminds me of childhood. This was the imagery that I grew up with, you know, when you were, even then it was very old-fashioned, but it has always appealed to me, and I think that's why I love working with Graphic 45. I'm so looking forward to the upcoming year and all the projects I'm going to be able to make. I've got an ephemera assortment. I love working with these because little touches here and there, they're brilliant for card makers. And then I thought that I would pick another one of my favourites that I've had before but I never tire of using, is the Alice's Tea Party. So this time again I've got it in the 12 by 12. I do like working with the 12 by 12 papers because I do make quite big cards, and then if I want to make an album I got more versatility, but I do like having both sets. But when you're able to choose from the website, then I was trying to pick things that I find harder to get in the UK, particularly where I am, because we don't have any craft shops. So this is Alice's Tea Party. So if you haven't seen this, this is the older illustrations from Alice in Wonderland. I used to live in Guildford, which is where Lewis Carroll wrote these tales, so I've always felt a particular affinity to these characters. Look, there's the Queen and the White Rabbit. I just get so excited. I feel like a curator of good papers when I see things like this. So I went for the solids and patterns again because I felt that some of these designs could go with the Cottage Life that I've just shown you. So I don't always stick within collections. I like to mix and match a bit. So if it works, I'm going to use it. So you've got your stickers, And then I've picked another set of ephemera. I used all of my previous ones. This is particularly excellent set. So those are more of my pinks and my blues and my greens. And we're back to The Greatest Showman, aren't we? And we're Barnum and going to see Charlie Caroli at the Circus. It's just childhood encapsulated again. And the colours here are absolutely glorious. I love the typography as well. It's so clever how by changing the text you can really feel that you are going to the circus. Roll up, roll up. Look at the detail in these illustrations. I've already got the patterns and solids in this, and I've got some of the journal cards as well, but I thought I could really do some magical, look, come one, come all. The typography is just brilliant. These are brilliant for mail cards. My dad would have liked that one as a Father's Day card, so I probably will do a project in his memory. So I've got something for the girls, something for the children, and then I've got something for the gentlemen as well. You may remember that I made the Let It Be pop-up cards, so I'll leave you the link up above if you want to see how I made those. But I use those with the 8x8 papers, and I thought that I could really do with having the 12x12. These papers just are so uplifting, brilliant to have the bright colours against the black. And I don't know why, but this paper in particular has the glorious Graphic 45 aroma. It's like baking bread and black coffee. It's absolutely wonderful. It's so uplifting to be able to work with products of this high quality, and I'm so looking forward to be able to make new cards and projects that I'll be able to share with you on my channel. So please remember to subscribe. This is the last of the 12x12 paper collections that I picked, and it's going to be the first one that I work with. I adored the collection Fashion Forward, and I love the 1920s. My parents were born in that time. This just brings back memories of Saturday afternoons watching the old black and white movies with my mum. We had some of this jewellery, and I also loved a programme called The House of Elliot, and I just think that these papers are going to be so workable. Again, I love the floral arrangements. This is like William Morris. A girl should be two things, classy and fabulous. That must be Coco Chanel. Yes, it is Coco Chanel. This is just really a little bit of me. Look at the big hats. This is My Fair Lady. I just love the styling. If I could be born in any era, it would definitely have been in this time, and this would be I would love to wear clothes like that. I don't know how good I'd look in them, but I'm quite tall, so I love long dresses. Love these stamps. Just absolutely glorious. So I've got an idea in mind, and throughout June this is going to be the paper collection that I'm going to be working with. So because I've got the Deluxe Collector's Edition, I've got some brilliant chipboard here, and then I've got the stickers. So those are my 12x12s, but I'm such a lucky girl, I've got more to show you. I decided to order 2 of the die sets with the different size tags, which are particularly exciting for me because I'm going to be making some new swatch books with these products. I love these flowers as well, so I'll be able to use the decorative paper to make my own paper flowers, and the clock is just iconic, isn't it? So 2 die sets. So this is the first set of journal cards that I've got, the Catch of the Day, and I've worked with that before, so this was more of a top up. And I've also got the Life's a Journey, which again I thought would be good for mail cards, but this might end up being a giveaway on one of my Facebook groups. I thought that I would try the ACT Tag and Pocket album. I like the way that it's constructed, and I thought that it would be a bit of a treat to work with a pre-made album. So we'll see how we get on with that. I chose the classic sentiment stamps. I thought that I could do something with Wishing You a Roaring Good Time with the Couture collection, but I love the script sentiments again. You Make My Heart Smile and You're the Bee's Knees will be brilliant for the Let It Be collection. Really versatile and useful stamp set. Again, this reminds me of the Art Deco period. The greens and the blues together are absolutely sublime. And I like the way that you can mix it for male and female cards. I love this page. And again, I'm drawn to the typography. So for me, it's the colours, it's the script, it's the imagery, it's absolutely everything. So I'm in heaven with these papers. And then another classic is Mother Goose. And I don't even know what I'm going to use this one for. I just wanted to have it because of the connection to the nursery rhyme. So that one will be a later project, I think. That's if I can bear to cut into it. And then last but not least, I have ordered the entire set of the Graphic 45 hybrid ink pads. I like using the VersaFine Clairs, but I have a feeling that these are going to be superb with the colours that I've chosen for all of the 12 by 12 paper collections. I even like the packaging. I'm just a sucker for good packaging and high quality products, and so what I thought I would do next is I would show you how I'm going to store these. So I feel like a curator when I have all of these wonderful products, and it's really important to me that I look after them well and that I have them easily accessible and close by to me so that I feel inspired when I want to create. So let's take a look at where all of these are going to be stored. My ink pads are going to live in my storage unit, and as soon as I get a chance I'm going to do a swatch using the new tag books. So let's just break these open. So the first one was lovely lilac. We've got the natural linen. I'm sure they're going to look completely different once I've inked them out, but as they're hybrids they're going to be great for stamping and for using as blending colours on your projects. But as you can see, they're going to be superb with the papers that I have been lucky enough to pick. There's the classic back. I'm going to be really interested to see how this works. It could well be that I end up buying a couple of those because I do dip into my black ink a lot. And then we've got brick red, and peachy pink. Next I'll put my 12 by 12 papers in a clear box. I like to store things in clear boxes so that I can see them at a glance. My 8 by 8 papers will equally go in a box that's close by to me. The journal cards I tend to take out of their packaging, and then I'll use my Dymo to create a label, and I usually do this quite soon after I've bought the product. Even though I keep the Graphic 45 packaging because it's so classy in its own right, I do transfer it to a magnetic sheet because I'm less likely to lose any of the parts. And then last but not least, I take out my ephemera and I pop it into a large square box, because again I like to mix and match putting the things together. So I know this isn't for everybody, but I like to work this way because sometimes I might use a background paper from one collection, and I might just see the sentiment or the butterfly or the just the right flower in another collection, because the beauty of brands like Graphic 45 is that the colour combinations and the styles work beautifully together. My new Graphic 45 goodies are now in their new home in my craft room. So there you've got the boxes of the journal cards, the stamps and dies. I've got my paper flowers in the right hand corner next to the album. And then as you come down here, you've got the 8x8 papers and the box of 12x12 papers and the ephemera. And then last but not least, in their new storage unit, I've got my new hybrid ink. So my next job will be to make a swap. Before I go, I'd like to thank Graphic 45 once again for believing in me and asking me to be a brand ambassador. I'm absolutely thrilled and delighted to be a part of the team. The ladies have been creating some wonderful projects and I feel humbled to think that I am working amongst them this year. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and look out in the coming, because this stylish couture collection will be the next set that I'll be working on. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now.